What up, everyone? Thank you so much for joining us. This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Mix, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapachet, and this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you once more for stopping by on this lovely, slightly warm Wednesday evening slash afternoon. Well, it's more like I guess closer to evening around this time that we're recording. Yeah, so we're still kind of experiencing the slight hangover of Canelo Crawford weekend that we're going to be talking about stuff like that. Things, not really much of a news week. We were only a few days removed from that fight, right? 4 or 5 days, whatever it was, removed from Canelo Crawford. So not much news has popped up since then, but some has, and we're definitely going to be talking about that, of course. So we appreciate. Oh, you know what? Before I even get into the stories that we're going to be covering, first off, I want to give you guys another thank you and another thumbs up and a pat on the back on you guys because of our subscriber count. Like every time I take a look at our subscriber count, it seems to be going up and up. So we appreciate it. We're going to continue to do what we can to post our two weekly videos on top of shorts whenever we decide to pop those up there. So we appreciate it, guys. Thank you as always. We always want to hear from you. So if you guys want to, send us, leave comments with whatever your opinions are about the topics that we're talking about, and of course the usual like, subscribe, share, etc., etc. But just another heartfelt thank you because we definitely tried this. This weekend was quite a busy weekend. Like I would get home from the weigh-ins or whatever, and I like toss it down and grab some more stuff, and then my mic, and then go do something else. So my room was a damn mess this whole week with all the stuff that was going on. But regardless, thank you once more for that, and then of course don't forget to subscribe. But anyway, on to the stories, of course, on top of what other stuff has come out since Crawford Canelo this Saturday. It seems that Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis might have to pack their bags and move to a different possible state for their potential fight here in November. We're going to be talking about that because I think that just popped up today. Amongst other stories that kind of popped up, Devin Haney deciding to go to the courthouse one more time for other reasons, which again that we'll talk about, and then Shakur Stevenson with a mighty strange declaration of what he intends to do at 140 pounds. Definitely very strange, but hey, that is something we want to talk about because we all have an opinion on stuff, right? And whenever we see stuff like this, it's like, okay, let me mouth off because we got plenty to talk about as far as these topics go. But before we get into all of those things, Andrew, what's going on, dude? How's your Wednesday evening going?
Hey, what's up, bro? I'm doing good. Just got home from work. Had to fix the water heater. Well, I didn't even fix it. I just kind of cleaned it up, vacuumed the vents out, around the water heater because it didn't turn on, I guess, this morning. I
Oh,
had hot water when I left, but I left like at 3 in the morning
oh,
or 4 in the morning. And when the kids got up, I guess there was no hot water. Natalia said, "Mom, there's no hot water." And then she went in there, and my son had already taken all the cold away.
oh,
So that fucker might have been down for a minute. I don't know.
shit.
But I don't know. So I vacuumed it, cleaned it up, and relit the pilot, and thank God it came back on. So I had a hot shower again. This one didn't affect me, thank God. But no, that's how I started my Wednesday, then worked out, and now I'm here. Now I'm here with you guys.
All right, that sounds like a mighty busy Wednesday. How
Right?
are things over there as far as like heat goes? Is it starting to cool off finally?
Mid 90s right now.
Okay,
Yeah, not too bad.
no, not too bad at all. We're still in the high 90s, 98, 99. We're still feeling it. It's almost 5 o'clock over here on this side, 15 till. So we're starting to feel it, but it feels nice though. Like whenever, like let's say throughout the day that I forget to go grab the mail or something, and I'll step out later in the evening, like 7, 8 p.m., and the sun's already down or whatever. It's like, oh, it feels nice out here. Hell yeah, this is the way it's going to be here soon. But as it tends to do, the summers tend to stretch and drag out here. So I am very much looking forward. I'm all down. I'm usually a winter guy. Like I love cold weather. You can always bundle up, right? Only in the most recent years, like the last maybe 6, 7 years, have I enjoyed summer to go out and do summer stuff. So I like it, but here is fucking extreme. So I'm down with the colder weather. I've been to, I don't know, again, not extreme cold. I have some buddies who have lived in New York and stuff like that, and I visited them, and yeah, that's way too cold. I'm not down with that. I just like cold weather in general. I don't like to sweat when I'm not supposed to. In other words, if that makes any sense. Alrighty. Well, primarily the things that have been popping up since since this weekend. We are, let me see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days removed from a pretty historic fight taking place here in Las Vegas, Allegiant Stadium on Netflix, Canelo versus Crawford. The fallout, basically, right? Once everything occurs, we kind of have to wait until the dust settles a little bit. Granted, as soon as the fight is over, we're all ramped up and stuff. We want to talk about it. We get on the screen and talk about the scorecards and yada yada and everything. And then as the week kind of goes on and things kind of start to calm down and start to think a little bit more logically, like, oh shit, what is next? Yada yada yada, right? So the primary news that came out of this week, at least regarding that, is the viewership for this particular fight live on Netflix reaching 41 million. Now, this is 41 viewership. I guess this means homes. Yeah, 41 million homes, right? I guess that's what that means. Or is it 41 million accounts logged in? I don't know how that counts for Netflix specifically, because normally for pay-per-view, it's like, well, usually one pay-per-view per household. That's usually how it is. But I'm not quite sure how exactly this is counted or tallied. But regardless, it reached 41 million. That's a lot. Looking at this, one of the most recent posts that I saw on Instagram here, 125 million for Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, 74 million for Taylor Serrano 2, and then 41 million here. So I guess this one being the highest one as far as males championship fights, because the females obviously is have more here, specifically with Serrano and Taylor. But that is a great number. I mean, we estimated that it was going to be in the 30s, I think something like along those lines, right? And it surpassed that. So that's a great indication. Andrew, what was your first thoughts when you first saw this? Like, were you like, damn, like, is it more than what we went, or less than what we thought maybe initially, or thought like, okay, fuck it, it surpassed what we had thought it was going to be? That's good enough. That's enough of a success.
It was a B minus. No,
No,
B+.
really? Okay.
B+, and we thought it was going to be an A. How about that one?
Okay.
All right. It's the first one. I don't know how to call it, bro. I don't know what they're gauging success at, right? Look, the fight with not the fight, the movie, Adam Sandler.
Oh, Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2. I know that weekend did around 47, 50 million, somewhere around there. That's what I heard reported from Netflix. That was for a weekend. They were happy on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you got to think the commercials that they were showing got all those homes in one night. So it's almost like a bonus for them, right? Because they're going to go on with their other stuff for the rest of the week, rest of the night, rest of the week. So I got to think it's good, but we won't know really until Netflix tells us what the mark is, and when we see what the other guys do, right? Because now it's basically the UFC's turn to go to Paramount. I guess that's not happening until 2026, though.
Yeah.
So we got some time to wait for that. I guess boxing might have a few more shots because we still got Paul and Tank going to be on Netflix. So they have potential to do some huge numbers. Paul has potential to really pull away here if him and Tank do another Tyson-like viewership. Paul will be pretty big on the views going into next 2026 when this thing is really going to take off. Yeah, so I am happy. 41 million. Obviously, when you go to our old standards of HBO, right? HBO had 20 something million, 21. I think it was low 20s, if I'm not mistaken, subscribers. So we doubled it. I don't think we ever did 20 million HBO guys.
No,
right?
I don't think we did. No,
never. So it's gotta be saying something. Obviously, the reach is a lot more. Like I said, I did see someone watching a fight. Oh, who was the comedian? He was at a concert with his wife. Did you see that one?
No,
one of the comedians. Yeah, he had to go to a concert with his wife. He had the Canelo fight on his phone. That's pretty cool. You can't beat that. The phone gives us access almost everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the tablet too. If you have a tablet with you, from my what weekend was it? I forgot what weekend it was, but earlier this year there was it was Stanionis and Boots Ennis, and then that same night there was the UFC pay per view. I went to a Buffalo Wild Wings to watch the UFC pay per view, and I pulled out my tablet to watch fucking Boots Ennis and all that shit. It's like that's how it is, right? I was on DAZN, but of course it's not Netflix. But regardless, it's like you can pull that shit off, right? You can do it that way, and it worked. I'm like, all right, I'm totally getting my cake and eating it too. So that's a game changer. In regards to future fights, not every fight, obviously, because there aren't that many superstars, are gonna make these kinds of numbers. Does it seem like maybe when Turkey or Riyadh or whatever turns to Netflix, is it only going to be for like the major fights? Because I don't think Netflix would be like, yeah, send us, Mario Barrios and whomever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like they won't do that shit. I mean, I know he's a PBC guy, but I'm just throwing the name out there. But my point is, like, they're not gonna have just a regular boxing after dark type of thing on Netflix. Chances are they're only going to do the big ones, no? Like if you had to
As
guess.
long as they can get the fights that they want, I think they'll stay out of it. They'll just be the platform.
Mm.
But if Riyadh, DAZN start messing with their fights that they want, no, you might see them invest a little bit of money and try to purchase.
Really, like lesser known people?
No, I would think with trying to merge with. I mean, it looks like Riyadh will sign with everybody. I mean, shit. Who did they just buy? They bought Tom Brady for flag football the other day. Tom Brady's going back to Riyadh. He's going to be quarterback for some flag football team. Like these guys, they spend money. They just bought the WWE. Did you see that?
Yeah, they purchased what was it?
SummerSlam
Royal
and like
Rumble or something.
yeah,
A couple of their what used to be pay-per-view events, and they're the major ones too. Because back when there was only like 4 pay-per-views every year back then in the '90s, those were 2 of the original ones, what they call the Big Four back then. So those are the major ones. They're not the in-between ones. Those are the major ones, and that's a pretty big deal.
Netflix would be guaranteed money. You would have to think that the Prince and His Excellency at some point need to make something back on the investment. This isn't all about just spending. And look, obviously they're getting tourism. We hear that the tourism's doing good, right, with all these sporting events that they've been putting on out there. But it probably would be nice to sit down with a big platform like Netflix. Look, your what is a bigger commercial, right? You could literally have Netflix buy your fight and then buy space. I don't even know if he has to buy the space. Put his own Riyadh commercial as one of the commercials in between the fights. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Now 41 million homes are getting to see what Saudi Arabia looks like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think they'll do that for just the big ones? Because there ain't going to be no 41 million on some sort of random type of boxing after dark type of card. That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll only have the big fights there and not so much like the regular ones. Like, I guess not to put any shade on PBC, but let's say Fundora Thurman, right? They're not going to put something like that on Netflix is what I'm saying. They're not going to have 41 million people tune in to watch that shit, but they'll only do the bigger names, the big superstars.
Yes. Until they have to invest money. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think as long as everyone's giving them what they want, yeah, they'll stay outside and just buy. Mm-hmm. But once that changes, what if Turkey says, you know what, I don't want to give this fight to Netflix. They don't do anything for us. I want DAZN to get more subscribers. So I'm going to put it on DAZN. Then you might see Netflix go, wait a minute, we'll give you guys even more money. Because look, we got to see what the level of success is for Netflix. And then maybe this is something we could look up through Google. I don't know what like a movie, new release movie, what they consider a good number. 6 million in one night? Is it 12 million? Is it 2 million? Right? Because we're still talking millions of homes, right?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people being interested in your product. So we need to see what their level of success is in the streaming world and then take it from there as far as how far will they go with boxing? I think boxing's on a very good pace right now with them, right? Mm-hmm. We're almost at 200. What are we at? 300 million views?
Oh, shit. Is that what or subscribers, I mean?
But the Taylors, no, I'm saying for views for all 3 fights. But the Serrano Taylor, wasn't that on the same night as Tyson?
Um, oh, I think it is because it has the same date.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
see, I don't like that one. Hey, look it. I love
ah,
the ladies. I get it. They're doing it because they're women. They're more power to them. But that one don't count.
yeah,
Bring them on their own main card with no Tyson Paul above it, and then show me that they do 100 million. So I gotta drop that stat. That's Netflix being woke.
I
Whatever.
see.
And
Yeah,
there's no it just that's a false number.
yeah.
Can't go off
It's
that one.
inaccurate. It's a little misleading.
That's right.
Mm.
So Tyson and Paul did what? 100 and how many?
125 million.
125, and then we have 41 million. So we're looking at 146 right now.
Yeah.
So we're looking at
One
146.
166. 166.
Excuse me, 166 million views, and we have one more fight by the end of the year. That's pretty big. That's
Yeah.
pretty big. And these are all on one night, Miguel. This isn't. They had these things up there. It's a TV show, So that's
Yeah.
got to be good news for Netflix getting that many people tuning into your product on one given night.
Yeah, and the fact that Canelo Crawford pretty much went on without a hitch, right? There was no problems with like the streaming or anything like that. Like I don't remember it getting stuck on my end at all. That's a really good indication. Granted, it wasn't 125 million the way Tyson Paul was, but I guess we'll see how it works with Gervonta. And I have to. I mean, this is just kind of maybe guesstimating, but I don't think that Paul and Gervonta will reach something like the way Tyson and Paul did. I think after they watched, I mean, after fans watch this and they see Tyson and Paul, and they're like, "What the fuck? This kind of sucked, man! Like, what the hell? There's like an old man out there." And then now there's going to be this issue, which we'll talk about it later, of course, with Gervonta being as small as he is. I don't know if people are going to fall for that. I don't think that we're even going to get that. I mean, they'll get the millions. I don't know if they'll get this many millions. Definitely not the 125 from Paul and Tyson.
No, I don't see 125 either. I wouldn't be surprised if they are sitting around what Canelo Crawford did, if not under it, though. I mean, if you do 100 and something million views, that's not far fetched to say you're going to do 40 million on your next fight. So, and then Tank is a very good fighter, right? He's got a good fan base. This fight's going to be for free. I'm sure a lot of people are going to tune in on Tank's side too. So I'm expecting another. I'm very confident in saying that around the 40 million mark with this one too.
All right. Definitely a very good indication, right, that it's going to get to that point. And very promising to see what will come in 2026 as far as what other major bouts are going to land on Netflix, on top of everything else they're doing with like WWE and whatnot. Well, that's ESPN, but anyway. So a couple of things that I've been hearing everything for left and right as far as what's next for either one of these guys. Bomac saying no Benavides, like not anytime soon at least. It doesn't look like he's going to stay at 168 for long. We kind of talked about it on Sunday. Bomac, I believe, said that we're just going to sit with the belts for a little bit and then kind of decide later. So they're not in too much of a rush, and nor should they be. I've even heard that Crawford wants to move down to 160 pounds. I found this one screenshot or this Instagram post about him thinking about going down, and then it mentions the champions there. Carlos Adames, Janny Beck, which is a fucking monster, which is basically a triple G. Might not want to go that route. Laura, though, we did mention Laura a few times prior to this. We wanted to see Crawford test the waters at 160 before seeing. I mean, obviously, turned out wasn't needed, but it would have been nice to see them maybe pick up another belt at 160. I don't know if he'll go as far as unifying there or not, but anyway, that's just what it appears to be. I'm going to read this quick little post here. After dethroning Canelo at 168, Terence Crawford hinted, mind you, he might move down to middleweight next. The division is wide open with champions Johnny Beck, Lara, and Adames holding the belts. And then, could Crawford add a sixth world title in a new weight class and tie Oscar De La Hoya's record? Oh shit! The middleweight landscape is set for Bud to go for it. Is it really that wide open? I mean, that Johnny Beck is a monster. I don't know if you'd go that direction, but Adames, went a draw with Shiraz. That dude's bad. I mean, he's a little bit up there in age, but like Lara might be the easy. I don't say the easiest, but the most sitting duck of all at 41 or 42, whatever the hell he is. That seems more logical. I don't know if I would say the weight class is wide open for him per se, but we talked about it a little bit on Sunday. Does this seem more plausible? I mean, now that we're looking at the champions, like, oh shit, maybe he can come back down and grab a belt there against maybe Lara or something.
He can do it for legacy. Go to middleweight. I'm not really interested in any three of those guys right now for Terrence. Lara missed his shot, right? If Terrence beat him tomorrow, dude, come on. Terrence is #1 fighter in the world. Lara is like freaking just hanging on to that title, fighting obscure guys.
Yeah.
So I don't like that fight. They're all boring. It's just boring. It's not making him a lot of money. I think Terrence has already passed all these tests. So I don't know where if he tries to go to 154, I think is going to be the biggest money for him right now because of the matchups that they have there. And he only has one title there, right? Might want to go back to 54 and see if he can't get undisputed there too, just because he already has one. The middleweight thing, legacy, I get it. I just don't know how much of a legacy it would leave. Like, I think him going and beating Fundura gets him way more credibility, if he even needs any. Look, we're already calling him the best of the era, and he is. Mm-hmm. He is the best of the era. I think now Terrence is on the all-time list where we're putting him there from here on out, right? As far as era, he's the guy. So, he's got Pacquiao out there. I don't know if they could meet at a catch weight, if they could do something. He deserves the big fights, right? We've seen a lot of website running with the Floyd thing, right? I wish people would talk about it more because I don't think we've ever been in a situation where we had this much. Miguel, could you imagine if Turkey said, not only do I want to see you two guys in the ring fighting each other, maybe unifying for 154. I don't know, right? Get him in the picture somehow at 154. I want you guys to bring all your titles the night you fight.
All your belts. Yeah.
All your belts, bro. We got to look at that because doesn't Floyd have like a dozen belts, but they're all like WBC titles, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. I think the only time he ever unified, I mean, if you want to call it that, he got an IBF belt off of Zab one time. I think when he beat Canelo.
Baldomir. Oh, I think it was Baldomir, bro, when he won undisputed at welterweight. Remember Baldomir beats is it Judah or?
Yeah, no, it is Judah. Yeah, but like it was something stupid. Like the IBF didn't want to sanction it or something, so they allowed Zab to keep his belt even though he lost to fucking Baldomir, and Baldomir took the rest of the belt. Something stupid like that. But anyway, I think that's like that one. And then when he beat Canelo had a few belts, so I think he got those too. But I mean, that's really, and he was I don't know if he was that it was even considered undisputed at the time. I mean, he was the lineal champion and he unified because he had some of the belts. I don't know if he had all four because the 4 belt era had already been ongoing at that point, but I don't think he's ever done undisputed like that the way Crawford has. So yeah, Floyd, all of Floyd's belts, or the majority of them at least, are all WBC belts.
So it would just be, I mean, I don't think we've ever had anything like that, right? Yeah. Both undefeated. They're not really, everyone I know is going to hit about the age. 47 to 38 is not that bad. On paper, it's not like he's 23 going up against a 47, excuse me, right? We were all talking about Crawford being old, about to retire, yada, yada. It just seems perfect. I'm just saying, as long as Floyd still looks like Floyd, give him a haircut, get him in shape. As long as he looks like his grandpa, bro.
You're out here talking like he looks like some fucking like Tom Hanks at Outcast and shit with all hair. Like, give him a haircut, give him a nice little fade, shave him up, put a tie on him, make sure he's nice and clean before he hops in the no. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy though to bring all those fucking straps. Woo, that shit would look crazy.
Yeah, almost probably freaking 40 belt. What do they say Terrence has now? Doesn't he have
Oh,
like 18? What is
well, let me
Terrence?
see.
Terrence is getting up
4,
there.
yeah,
4, 8, 12. We know he has 12.
12. And I think like he had 2 at 135 or something. I don't remember, but he's up there.
Yeah, he's
Definitely.
getting up there, man.
He's got a dozen. That's for damn sure. He has as many as a fucking packet of donuts for
And he
Christ's sake.
didn't. Yeah, you're right, because he doesn't go undisputed at lightweight, I think.
Right. He
All
just
right,
wins
so
the belt or
whatever.
two,
So he has a
whatever.
WBO title there, maybe something else he won. But yeah, you're right. 2 more titles at least.
Mhm.
Yep.
Um,
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was going to pose the question. I've heard Eddie Reynoso say that he's talked to Canelo about a possible rematch. Nothing definitive by any stretch, but he says, "Yeah, we'll do it if he wants to do it, if Canelo wants to do it." And of course, we haven't heard anything from Canelo's mouth, at least not immediately. So it doesn't seem like that's the direction going, but it's obvious that Eddie is open to the idea as long as Canelo is. And I asked you this question back on Sunday. I don't think this is necessary. I had asked you if that we saw anything that could lead us to believe that a rematch would be any different. I'm not sure if Canelo can do anything else, anything different, anything differently that he did on Sunday. I think that's probably a terrible idea. I would not be surprised if we see like maybe Canelo and Billy or some shit like that, like next or something along those lines. Again, I don't think it's going to be some mega money fight out by any stretch, but I think that's what he has to do, right? I mean, after a loss, that's kind of what he has to do. He has to come back with some sort of win, and he has to come back and get somebody somewhat legitimate. I don't think this is going to be a rematch. What do you think?
No, I don't think there's going to be a. Listen, hold on. The live gate did 47 million. The viewerships did 41 million. So the fight was very successful. We got to put that out there.
Yeah.
So if Canelo is all about money right now, yes, he might look at a rematch just on that basis alone, right? But as far as should he take it, besides the money part of it, the angle, probably not, right? Canelo's been on the decline. If he wants to continue, he might have to take on a Shiraz, maybe someone young, but who Turkey's gonna pay the shit out of to watch him fight him. I wouldn't go after David. I think David might be a little bit too much in his prime. See, there was a point in Canelo's career where he had to face David Benavidez before the separation became too big. I think they're probably there now.
They missed that chance.
He missed. Yeah, he's throwing too many one shots now, man. And now Canelo. Now we all know David can throw punches and bunches. So he watched Crawford pick the one shot and throw 4. Pick the one and throw 4. Right? What do you think David Benavidez is going to be doing now?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
precisely that.
The blueprint's kind of out on possibly how to outpoint Saul Alvarez. I think, and I'm probably not giving Bivol enough credit. I think he did sort of the same thing. Was able to take his punch and then just out throw him on the counters. He was countering 4 at a time, and Canelo was not. Remember, Canelo got really frustrated in that fight too. So kind of sucks, man. But I think we're at the end of the road where Canelo really needs to pick his next few opponents here carefully. Try to get some experience edges over his guys. Get some checks on the way out, maybe. I don't like saying it like that because he's rich as hell. He just made 150 million plus whatever they're going to give him.
And it wasn't like he was broke prior to this anyway.
Yeah. I mean, one of the richest boxers I think ever with all the contracts this guy has signed throughout his career. So he has 2 more fights left on the contractor Riyadh. McBeal, I really think they're gonna run with the McBeal and who is the Guatemalan that he fought?
Oh, Lester Martinez, the rematch.
Martinez. I think they do that rematch. It seems right. Both guys are at that level. I really think don't be surprised if he tries to get Shiraz with Canelo. If he thinks that Canelo's ready to be taken out, we never seen Canelo dropped, hurt, all of that angle,
Yeah.
right? This kid just put on a dominant performance against Berlanga, something Canelo couldn't do. Could you imagine he backed that up with a late round stoppage or a dominant victory? It'd make Shiraz the face of super middleweight, especially with Terrence being kind of hesitant on staying. Maybe he's going to 150, 160, 154. Who knows? Yeah, I want to say look for His Excellency to try to give. They're going to have to overpay him. This is where Canelo can work a real good check on his way out, dude. And not that he loses, but get a little bit more money out because we know Shiraz is the hometown favorite, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was just kind of like tossing names and thinking of like who else. And I know this is not necessarily a money fight by any stretch, but wouldn't it be something if like Lara moves up to 168 and we get like a Lara Canelo rematch because of that weird first one that was just like everybody had left such a bad taste in everybody's mouth. I wonder now that Lara doesn't have his legs anymore because of his age, will sit down and scrap with him, right? Like we get probably more of a throwdown that way. Well, we probably should have gone back in 2013 or whatever the fuck it was. But anyway, I just came to mind right now. I was like, Lara, it'd be funny.
That would absolutely be this generation's Chavez Magic Taylor 2. 5 years too late, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you're just trying to stretch the career if he was going to grab Lara.
Yeah, that would be something. But I've been having quite a blast watching these memes and these videos and clips. I don't know if you've seen them, but I've watched a few of them. Like Canelo fans. I mean, I'm getting a kick out of it. I was going for Canelo. It wasn't like, and trust me, I've had my fair share of humble pie this weekend, reading all those damn those notes or the what do they call the posts? I guess the comments from customers. Or I keep saying customers at work, but from like fans. Dogging the shit out of Canelo, because everybody's saying, "Oh, I called it. It was going to be Crawford, yada yada yada." Right? So I've been reading the hell of those comments. So I'm just like, "Oh, geez, I can only take so much of it. I have to turn the phone down after a while." But I've been having a blast with those funny like clips. There's this one dude who was like playing a video game, and he's like playing, and he's Canelo versus Crawford. And he's like fucking up Crawford, and it's like nobody's playing the other remote. It's just whooping the ass, and it's just like caca, getting all this, basically getting all their licks back essentially. So it was pretty funny. I've been watching like those, and those have been pretty funny as fuck. They've been kind of sort of what's the word? Kind of sweeten it up a little bit. It's not too bitter after the loss like that. So, but it's been funny seeing all those funny ass.
I like. You see the one where the old man sitting in the chair for 24 hours.
Yeah, still drinking. It's just like,
yeah, my dad hasn't moved since last night.
Yeah. I saw this other one where there was like this chunky Mexican Latino kid who was like a kid. He looks to be maybe 11 or 12. He's like trying to get at somewhere or trying to go somewhere, and like his like parents are holding him back or some shit. It's totally irrelevant, but it's just like, Latino fans seeing Canelo get his ass beat in the ring, and they're like, "No, stop! Like, leave him alone." That shit. I've been going to town those. I was looking again, on my social media feed. I saw that a lot of people who attended the Canelo Crawford fight had to wait for hours to get their bags at that locker claim, which is fucking insane. A lot of these clips showed them like already with the sun up. It looks like they're just coming out of the damn nightclub. They have like a long sleeve, like collared shirt that's like halfway untucked and unbuttoned and shit. They've been waiting there for God knows how long to get their bag stuff. I've gone to fights. I've gone to fights in regular arenas, never stadiums. I've never gone to a football game or anything like that. Where now, mind you, these people probably should have known you're not supposed to be able to bring this kind of stuff, right? Most arenas and most stadiums have these kind of policies already in place for God knows how long. So you're not supposed to bring no bag that's certain height or width or whatever weight. So a lot of these people kind of had it coming. It's like, you know better. You should know better. Bring something light. I literally just bring I have a small pouch for my phone. It basically just fits my phone. So I have it here and not like in my back pocket or my pocket in case I got to pull out and take a picture. It's like right here, right? It's a crossbody one. That's literally all I take. Sometimes I have a fanny pack also that's clear. It's transparent. They usually let that in because it's clear. Stuff like that. Like, ahead of time. I don't know. These people have never been to Legion Stadium. I haven't myself either. But it's kind of crazy, huh? I've had I remember one time I went to an arena for a fight, a UFC card, and they had like two different locker places on opposite sides of the damn arena. So I went to the wrong one, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I had to like walk around the whole arena to go to the other side and get a line for that, and the line was already packed for that. But kind of insane, huh? That this is like how it looked. Have you ever had that ever happen to you, where you had to wait a long ass time to pick up your bag at those lockers?
No, but you know what was funny about that post was, bro, I thought the Mexicans had now started with the whole guys walking around with purses now. Yeah, like in the rap industry, rap world. Well, you see it even the boxers, Haney,
Yeah.
Tank, all of them. Floyd had one. I think they all do, really.
Mm.
These little man purses, right? I know they don't call them that, but that's what it looks like. Dude, and I first seen, I was like, "No, are you fucking kidding me?" Now they're what? And then it fucking, I had to watch it for a few seconds so I realized what was really going on. But yeah, I got so scared, bro. I was like, they turned them. Now they turned the Mexicans, dude. They're fucking wearing purses now. Yeah, that was pretty. Look, I don't know how Allegiant Stadium's keeping the videos off of social media, but 70,000 got out of that arena pretty good, right? I didn't see any videos showing the Mandalay Bay Bridge being swarmed, taken over, hours waiting for Uber because they only had so many lanes to get in. I didn't see any of those videos. So either boxing fans are very, what's the word? Determined. They don't get swayed easy. I don't know, but remember when the wrestling happened? There was a lot of people pissed off, right? Yeah. But I didn't see anything, and that was they said they broke an attendance.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember seeing WrestleMania earlier this year. People were pissed, and there were a bunch of videos of how packed that area was.
Dude, it was ridiculous, Miguel.
Yeah, it was legit, dude. It was. I mean, again, and I've had my bad experiences, but that was like an arena, not no 70,000 fucking people. I can only imagine. I mean, they should have known. No, shouldn't they have known?
It came down to money. COVID stopped a lot of that project. And we're talking about roads, off ramps, fire safety, exits, entrances, all that really got put on the back burner when COVID hit. That gave Las Vegas kind of like the go ahead and open up. Yeah. It was COVID's fault, right? So, but they've been getting by. Thank God, nothing has happened where we've seen shit hit the fan because nobody can drive in. Because we all seen when those 70,000 hit the fucking street. There is no sidewalk. There is no street, right? No. So good job on the Allegiant Stadium getting everyone out of there. So yeah, that's all I want to say about that.
All right. Well, I think that's primarily it. As far as covering anything for Canelo Crawford, it's gonna be a while before we hear their names again. I know, like, we're gonna be probably listening, waiting to see who either one of these guys fight next, but it's gonna be a while before we talk about them again. But anyway, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really much else that we have to talk about in regards to them. That seals the deal, because that's what we're talking about on Sunday. We're waiting to see what the numbers are as far as viewership goes, and we got that. So it ain't no PBC hiding the damn pay-per-view numbers kind of thing. Like, we got them shits right off the bat. So I'm happy we're able to get that crack-a-lackin'. But that pretty much puts a bow on or not on this Canelo Crawford weekend. Looking forward, kind of an FYI, looking forward to Fundora and Thurman. That's going to take place later in October. So keep your eyes peeled, you guys. I'm going to be trying to go to any events that they have going on and try to make it down there. More shorts, more weigh-ins, more media workouts, et cetera, et cetera. So just kind of keep your eyes peeled. And then, of course, again, thank you for all the subscribers. All right, so on to the next story, which is kind of a bit of a funny one. I told my pops this, and my dad was cracking up. He's like, "See, I fucking told you, they're not going to allow that shit." Because I told my dad, like he's like, what authority allows this shit to happen? Like, talking about Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis. Turns out that these guys are going to have to pack up and move states, venues for their fight to take place because, unfortunately, Georgia said, bye-bye. We're not going to roll with that shit here in this state. So I'm going to read this quick post here that I saw online. in regards to what's going on here. According to GAEC, which I have to assume stands for Georgia Athletic Entertainment Commission, I don't know, Chairman Rick Thompson, Paul's most valuable promotions teams should not be advertising the event, talking about Paul and Gervonta Davis. I believe, and this is a quote, I believe it's in the public's interest to know that because they've been promoting something they should not have been. So basically what he's saying is like, no, y'all didn't get the green light from us, so y'all shouldn't have been approving it or advertising it to begin with. What Thompson told USA Today. MVP was to see their request for the event permits and rule waivers reviewed at a meeting at the GAEC on Thursday. But the item has been removed from the agenda. As of Wednesday, a pre-sale sign-up for the event was still available on the State Farm Arena website, though ticket sale date is shown still to be announced. So it was supposed to start with the early pre-sale or whatever, and apparently it's still on the website for State Farm Arena, but it looks like the date as far as when it actually starts is still the TBA on there. Thompson is specifically opposed to modifying the rules to allow for two boxers who are considerably far apart in weight to compete against one another, and he did not expect the commission would approve the request. They probably evaluated the situation, knew their weight differences were too much, Thompson said. So Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis fight is not going to be taking place at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia, but rather they're going to be moving to Miami, Florida. Turns out that's going to be the next thing that's pulled up here on my Instagram. They decided to pack up and leave, which is kind of funny, but it's like, you know, when we first heard that this was going to be the next fight or the next Jake Paul fight, we're like, how are these guys going to even allow this? Like, who's going to allow it? I know there's loopholes around stuff like this. As far as weight goes and stuff like that, but we weren't sure how exactly they were going to do it. Turns out Georgia said, hell no, we're not going to do this shit here, y'all. This is way too much of a weight difference. Don't let us, you can't be pulling this shit off in our state. And of course, Miami, Florida said, yeah, sure, girl, why not? We'll take you guys. Pretty nuts, huh? I mean, this is, I don't know. I don't think we've ever come across something like this because this is relatively new and it's kind of unprecedented, but kind of crazy, huh? That they're like saying, no, you can't have it done here. And they got to up and move. And Miami, frankly, I don't know what the hell Miami, Florida is thinking. They're saying, yeah, sure, we can do it over here. Maybe we haven't heard from Miami. Maybe Miami hasn't approved it, but that's what the internet is saying, that it looks like it's going to be taking place in Florida. What do you make of this?
Shame on Atlanta for missing out on some money. It's an exhibition fight, right? It's not a real fight. You know, you don't got to worry that Tank is going to get hurt. Tank is one of the best fighters in the world. Jake Paul is, you know, greenish. I don't know. I just think they missed out on some money. He's giving Jake Paul way too much credit here. What do you think Paul's going to do? Hurt Gervonta Davis?
Are they really that like uneducated, uninformed in this to be like, oh shit, these guys are two weight classes way far apart? No way. As if they don't, like, they have no idea who Jake Paul is other than the last few fights that he had, and they're like, oh gosh, this guy's gonna kill this small guy. Like, they have no fucking clue who the hell Gervonta is.
Right. No, I know. That's what I'm like. To me, the guy, is it the mayor that can, or you said a commissioner, right?
It's some chairman of the athletic commission. It sounds like
chairman. Yeah, sounds like he's making the city miss out on some money. I tell you that. Go ahead and let him fight. Nothing's gonna happen. The worst that could happen would be Jake Paul getting hit, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think Gervonta has anything to worry about. Gervonta's a bad dude, man.
I know there have been some fights that have taken place in Miami, Florida. It's a poppin' place. They've had some UFC cards there. It's pretty dope. I want to say one of what was it? Was it Anderson Silva maybe, and Jake Paul was also in Miami? So maybe that they kind of already had that in the as a backup because they had already been there. Or Jake Paul, I'm talking about, had already had hosted a fight there. So maybe that was just kind of like one of the.
And Masvidal and Diaz, wasn't there a boxing match in Miami, or no? Or was it just a press conference?
No, it might have been because there's where Jorge Masvidal is from. So yeah, I'm almost.
He was wearing a Chavez shirt. That was tight.
Oh, Yeah, that's right. So yeah, as a matter of fact, that's what it was. So yeah, I guess they are missing out, but man, I don't know. I would have been fine with this taking place in Georgia. I mean, whatever. I guess Georgia's fine. I don't see why, especially considering this is just an exhibition for Christ's sakes. And I think the last thing that I read is that there was going to be a max of 195 pounds or something like that, which I have no idea how close to that Gervonta will get. But 195 is cake for Paul. I remember he fought at 190, I believe it was, against Anderson Silva, so I'm sure he can make 195 no problem. But anyway, yeah, when I read this, I was like, man, these people, I don't know. It's a circus, obviously, right? We know it's a circus. That's pretty much what Georgia is saying. Like, yeah, don't have your circus here. Go have it somewhere else. But apparently, Miami said, yeah, I'm gonna have it over here. Fuck it, let's do it. Which is going to be, yes, still on Netflix, right? Like they haven't said anything as far as like changing where it's going to be broadcasted. It's still going to be Netflix. Just it's going to be apparently a different venue and a different city and state. All right, so I saw this recently, and I kind of was a little, and this is kind of when I pulled it up, I thought about Sam, our good buddy and avid listener, Sam Navajero. A quote from one Tim Tszyu. Now, if you remember Tim Tszyu, he got absolutely walloped by one Sebastian Fundora a few months back, and we haven't really heard too much from him since. Apparently, he recently popped up with like a quote on Boxing Scene. He says, "Since my last fight, I've had some time to reflect, and I can feel that fire still burning inside me. Okay. To reach the next level, I've decided to restructure my team and bring in some new faces to support me on this next chapter. The best is yet to come." All right. So we heavily criticized his team back when he fought Fundora the first time because we thought that they probably should have stopped the fight because of that nasty cut. But, Tim wanted to keep going. Of course, he's a warrior. He's going to keep going. This is kind of sort of where the team has to protect the fighter from himself. And they let it keep going, too. So ultimately, he ended up coming out with a decision loss, I should say. And it kind of altered his career because it hasn't been the same since, which is unfortunate. But it looks like Tim Tszyu still has that fire burning inside of him, according to him. And he has decided to make some changes to his corner and his team to reach that next level. He thinks that's the next possible step, or I guess the next logical step. Sometimes when boxers reach a certain level and they lose, the first thing they go to is to switch out their team, switch out their corner. And oftentimes it looks really bad because, that's the team that took them to that level to begin with. And with one loss, it can happen to anybody. Seems a little premature. In this case, it seems like a very good idea. After these hard losses, and specifically the most recent one against Fundora, it's not a bad idea to start fresh with a new team and to maybe gain some of that confidence back. What do you make of this? He's still got the fire burning. He wants to keep going. We talked about it a few months ago when he lost to Fundora. They probably should call it a career, but he's going to come in with a brand new outlook and a new team. What do you make of this, Andrew?
Is the fire burning inside of him or in his wallet is what we need to know.
I see.
Look, I think Tim Tszyu's time has come and gone. I don't see him getting any better. He has some major flaws that have been exposed.
Mm.
What are you going to start over? You're going to start from scratch? I don't want to see that either. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to make the comeback. He even tried to bring his dad into his. This is his third comeback.
Well, I mean, after the loss to Fundora,
this is his fourth comeback, bro.
Well, I mean, what do you consider a comeback per se? Just
when
like
you lose and you come back.
Well, okay, so he lost to Fundora the first time. He lost to that Bakram. I cannot pronounce his last name. And this one, so three. This one, three. Was there somebody else?
He had to come back from Bakram. So that's his third comeback. And he loses to Fundora again. He's lost to Fundora twice.
Right.
So this is his fourth comeback, bro. I'm out. I'm like, what's that Shark Tank? I'm out.
Oh yeah. Like, no, I'm out.
I'm not investing. There's no investment here, dude.
No more.
It's his fourth comeback, Miguel. Come on. The best is yet to come. No, it's not. No,
No,
it's not.
not even with the new team. I mean, this is the first time with the new team. Is that anything different? No.
I'm trying to think real fast. I was trying to think in my head. Has there been anyone that had 4 losses, changed the team, and was like, look, I then went on 20-year, 10-year. Let's just say 10-year winning. I don't think so. So, no, I mean, he can try it for his own, just come back and get some wins in, but I don't expect any run from him at all.
Damn it. All right. Well, I was hoping there was some sort of promise.
Miguel, it's his 4th comeback.
No, it's his 3rd. It's his 3rd.
Why do you keep saying it's his 3rd?
Isn't it? I could have sworn like he's lost twice to Fundora and then went to that Bakram dude. No, that's it. No.
So he's coming back after the 3rd time. That'd be his 4th comeback, right? He loses once. That's comeback number 1. That's comeback number 2. That's comeback number 3. And now it's comeback number 4.
All right, I'll take it. 3 or 4. Fuck.
Oh my god! I need someone to write in. Am I getting my math wrong? What the hell is going on, Miguel?
I don't know. I thought it was 1 comeback per loss. It's kind of like when you, but that's only 3 losses then. It's like when you stand up. It's like, oh, I fall down 8 times and stand up 9. It's like no. You don't stand up. You're already standing up. There is no 9th time standing up.
So you're saying the first one's not a comeback? I guess is what you're trying to say.
I'm saying after the first loss, he comes back. Then he loses. Then he comes back. Then he loses a 3rd time and comes back. That's 3. That's what I thought. I mean, I don't know. Do you mean like he takes an extended period of time?
Or he's got to come back again to rebuild his career. This will be comeback number 4. Jeez almighty. Oh,
but with a new team.
Maybe I'm wrong. My math might not be mathing, but I don't give a shit. It's too many comebacks. Too many damn comebacks. I mean, he's went to that gym too many times going, today will be different. And it's not different. The head's not moving. The defense is not good enough. His punches aren't hard enough. Like, there's so much.
Who the hell could he even go to? Like, just thinking all right offhand, like what kind of trainer would he go to, or who I should say, that would be able to kind of improve that for him? And it's like, dude, all you have to do is defense. Fuck offense, homie. Just defense. All of them, head movement. I can't think of a trainer right offhand who's going to be able to help
because he's got a lot of flaws. We're talking his hands aren't in the right place. His feet are kind of terrible. He's not a good mover inside the ring. His head stays in the middle, right? He does a lot of the not moving shit, just throwing punches. I know I'm looking like a dork, but you know what I'm saying. Fuck you guys. I'm not even. Yeah, that's how he fights, dude.
So you weren't doing like a Turkey or Sheik impersonation back then, just because that's what it looked like.
English. That was my zoo impersonation. He does a terrible zoo, but so that he's got flaws, man. He's got flaws. I don't know if in his 4th comeback.
We can call it his 5th because it's probably not going to go anywhere anyway. Might as well, right? Damn it, Tim! I was riding that gravy train, man. The hype train. I thought it was going to be something, but it was going to make it.
So was I though. So was I, bro. But I mean, come on, and it's gotten worse. The losses have gotten worse too. It's not like he got stopped in his last one. It was ugly. It was an ugly stoppage. So
yeah, and it's not like his weight class is an easy weight class by any stretch. It's like, I mean, I'm not even sure if he fights Thurman. I think Thurman beats him, dude. That's how bad he looked. That's how bad of an ass whooping he took against Fundora. That I know Thurman's fighting Fundora, but I'm saying if it would, because when Thurman fought that Jarvis guy, where the fuck his name is, Brock or something, in Australia, Tim was there because it looked as though that's the direction they were going to go with Tim and Thurman. But after seeing, man, I don't think. I think if they fight, I still think fucking. I don't say still think because I initially thought Tim would win. But if Thurman and Tim fight, I think Thurman takes it. I think he beats him. I'm not sure if Tszyu can handle that shit. But I wanted to throw that story in there for our good buddy Sam Navajero because it's been a while since we've talked about Tim Tszyu. Oh my god, this next one is a little bit of a funny one because I'm not even sure what to make of it. But one Devin Haney is yet again suing. This time, now he's suing. He's suing his ex-wife. All right, I don't know. This is I think he's only been married once, right? The mother of his children, the baby mama. And you're probably thinking, Miguel, didn't we already hear the story? He already sued him. No, he's doing it again. He's suing him for suing her a fucking time. This time, suing his ex-wife to recover $350,000 worth of gifts. So he's like, that Gucci bag that I bought you, that car that I got you, that big screen that I got you, that the jewelry that I got you, the lingerie that I got you, I'm gonna have to sue for that shit. I don't know. I remember during COVID times that we were kind of joking about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney going back and forth on TV when they were bickering, and I believe Teofimo called Haney, or maybe Haney called him the email champion or something like that, right? That's pretty much what it was, because it's like basically goes directly to social media. I think Devin Haney is now like the suing champion, basically. Like, it's like, if he doesn't get his way, it's like, man, fuck this, I'm gonna go to court, I'm gonna take it to court, I'm gonna figure out how to get my money back. I'm not even sure what the hell to think about this. What do you make of this, Andrew? I mean, is this petty or what the fuck?
Unless this woman has a job that I don't know about and makes a lot of money, she's got to be laughing on this one. Like, where is she going to get this money from? It's getting kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, come on, 350,000.
Worth of gifts. So what is she supposed to do? Return the gift?
No, first off, you can't sue over a gift. Now, I don't know if there's a state where you can, but I could have swore there's an episode on Judge Judy that someone tried to do this, Miguel. And Judge Judy literally rips the dude a new asshole. And it's like, you're fucking foolish shit. You can't give someone a gift. Come in court, say it's a gift, and then say you want your money back. Like, if the person owes you for you doing something spontaneous and buying them something. That's some good investing. And I'm gonna just go to your house and hand you some 10 grand or something. I'll see you in 2 years, Miguel. I'll come back to you. I want to sue Miguel for 10 grand.
Yeah. It's like, in fact, I'm gonna sue him for 15. I'm gonna flip my money.
My money. It's stupid, bro. I swear that Judge Judy already did this one, but maybe he's got some lawyer that's saying no, in this state you can do it. Don't know. I don't know the rules everywhere. It's stupid. Look, Devin Haney's been doing a lot of stupid things. His dad does a lot of stupid things now. Puts on social media. Devin the other day did you see him at the Canelo fight facing off with Garcia?
Yes, I did see that. What
the fuck? It's like, Miguel, both of you guys go get a room. First off, go get a room, because that's where you guys are at this point. You're about to fight a guy named Brian Norman Jr. is pretty fucking good, dude. Mm-hmm. You got gifted your undefeated record back. Don't lose that in fight number 2. Don't go out there and lay an egg and have everyone laughing at you. And not even that, not even put in a good performance, right? Because you're out here suing baby mamas. You're out here acting like you're going to fight Ryan Garcia next. I have no idea why. No one cares about that fight anymore. I hope he knows he's in a fight with Brian Norman next. Like, get your shit together. But no, the lawsuit goes nowhere. Have you ever seen Judge Judy? You ever seen the guy on Instagram that does Judge Judy Mafia? If she was a mob boss? You got to look for that. I'll send it to you. It's hella funny. She does sound like a mob boss, though. She really does. Yeah, he does the, like, what is it called? He acts. He lip read, not lip read.
Yeah, it just like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing Judge Judy, and she does sound like a mob boss. He plays character of like a mafia boss. That's pretty good. But no, I'm kind of over Haney, man.
It makes him look bad. It makes him look worse. If it's not bad enough that he's doing this, like when we first heard or heard the announcement of Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr., we're like, oh, damn, Brian's going to fucking lay it on him, right? And then shortly after, we hear about the first lawsuit, and then all of the crap, and I'm like, damn, yo, is this guy not concentrated on Norman for shit? Like, what the hell? I'm going to read this quote here, or the caption on the Instagram post. Devin Haney has filed another lawsuit against his former fiancee, Lena Say. Oh, yeah, it's the same girl. This time alleging she is refusing to return luxury gifts worth around $350,000. According to Haney, the items, including Hermes handbag, I think I've heard of that brand, diamond jewelry and an Audemars Piguet AP as they call it. I can never pronounce that watch, which is an extremely expensive watch. Were given in expectation of marriage. Since the relationship ended, he argues California law requires those gifts to be returned, and he's seeking over $500,000 in damages. This marks the second time legal action Haney has taken, or the second time legal action Haney has taken against, I can pronounce her name, in the past month. Earlier, he sued her for alleged extortion and defamation. So I don't know where that first lawsuit has gone. Maybe judge fucking threw it out. So he's like, damn it, I don't know what else to do. It's like, well, sue her for the fucking watch you gave her. All right, cool, fuck it, let's do it. I don't know, but I have no idea what happened with that first one. But here's another one, and apparently he thinks he can get $500K out of it, and it's in California, by the way.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. California probably just made some law like that recently. Just doesn't seem. Seems like Devin. I hope he's not on drugs. You know, doesn't this seem like some high school bullshit, bro? Like, oh, you're not gonna give him back? Well, I'll fucking sue you. Fine, sue me. Click. And then he really does sue her, and she's like, "Are you serious? You're really doing that? How stupid!" Like, come on, you guys. I hope he's not on drugs.
It definitely seems.
We knew his dad was fucking right. He kind of never gave us any answers on that post he had with the fucking looked like he had cocaine on his nose or he was doing a line. Then he has another one where it sounds like someone's snorting a line in the background. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just calling what they put out there. You know what I'm saying? And then Devin's acting kind of weird. He's acting kind of weird. Come on, suing over gifts on the ex-girlfriend. You look like a fucking punk. Like, why are you going out of your way to look like a punk? You know? You're hitting people at the fucking fair. Your choice of clothes half the time make you look kind of funny. Now we're suing your ex-girlfriends for gifts that you gave them, and it would be California. Oh no, you can do that. So stupid.
I wouldn't be surprised if like that's his lawyer that gave him the idea or something, right? It's like, oh yeah, we're in California. What did you give her? Oh, I gave her a watch. I gave her clothes. I go, all right, fuck yeah, we're taking her ass to court. Let's do it. Oh gosh, here we go. But
and then so if she doesn't have it, she just goes bankrupt, and then no one gets it. Who pays the lawyer? Devin?
That's a good question.
He better watch out, man. Well, he's all hopped up on whatever him and his dad are hopped up on. That the lawyer just ain't over here like, I'm gonna give you guys good advice. We shouldn't do it. No, we're gonna fucking do it. All right. Yeah, I gave you your good advice. Now let's go ahead and cash those checks, right? Like he told him one time, dude.
Yeah.
Told him one time. Then he just started sending out lawsuits for everyone.
The lawyer's like I don't think it's such a good idea. In my professional opinion, we probably shouldn't do it. Is like, you work for me, motherfucker. You work for me. You better fucking send those damn letters. Like, okay, Mr.
You want to watch?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, look, if I get this back, I'll gift it to you. Okay. Like, I'll get the $500,000 back.
Oh, we better not get sued. All of this, hey, he's gonna sue us, bro. I don't know what I'm saying.
Like, who the fuck are these two clowns? Yeah, I'm gonna sue them for their headsets.
$500,000 on Andrew Laperche's head. Ah, Devin. Okay. He's like, hey, you're in California. I can do this. You're getting sued.
Like you say it all the time. You're always wearing a fucking Tracy Boxing t-shirt. I know exactly where the fuck you're at.
Speculation, people. Speculation.
Right. It's like, I'm going to sue that fucking Miguel guy for his headset. I see what the fuck headset he's wearing. That fucking clown. He doesn't know. He doesn't know shit about boxing. Give me your fucking computer. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, my. Mere speculation, folks. We're just connecting the dots.
You're just acting weird lately, man.
Yeah. I mean, and not just late. Well, I mean, see, I said earlier that he was doing the thing even for some time already. You know, he's been acting weird, this dumb shit with Ryan Garcia, because my buddy sent me that. My buddy Martin sent me the post, and I was like, man, are you serious? These fuckers need to fucking get over this already. Like, we're not gonna, we're over the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia thing at this point. So them doing that shit, and everybody's doing it, right? Every time the Vargas boys, they have somebody there in their gym, they do the face off for no fucking reason. Recently, we saw it with Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. It's almost like, why not? Fuck it, let's just face off and give these media guys something to talk about when there isn't any other news going on. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't even, when we talked about it last week about possibly the potential fight between Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. I'm like, what? These guys literally just posed off and somebody recorded them. Like that in and of itself is no fucking announcement by any stretch. I mean, great. It seems like they're interested. I'm down for that. But once I see that, I'm like, oh gosh, it's so played out. This is a public service announcement to all the boxers. Enough of these damn random ass face-offs, please. We're over that shit. It's like nobody believes this fucking thing's gonna happen anyway. Let's get over that already.
No, I totally agree with you on that. The face-offs, the sparring match, leaked videos, damn near they're going back and forth on Twitter. Seriously,
yeah,
you know, it's all getting old. But now look, AI went to AI. In California, a person generally cannot sue to get an absolute gift back. A completed gift is a voluntary transfer of personal property given without any expectation of it being returned. However, a gift can be revoked or reclaimed under specific circumstances, such as when a conditional gift is given under the influence or made in contemplation of impending death. Conditional gifts, engagement rings, and estate planning. Conditional gifts may also be used on wills and trusts. There's none of that. I don't see anything here that falls under a fucking purse, Haney.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Did he give her a ring? Because I don't know. Because everything, according to what this post is saying, he gave her this with the intention of marriage. Like, hey, here's a purse. We're gonna get married. I guess this is an engagement purse.
Out. You can't say no purses.
So he doesn't get down on one knee. He doesn't get down on one knee and it's like has this, no. Okay.
No, not a watch. Sorry, Haney. I know what you're trying to do here. You're so stupid. I hope Judge Judy gets his case, bro. She'll fucking tear him a new one. That'd be awesome. Now I'm gonna tell Turkey to put this case and Judge Judy. He'll buy it. She retired. Did she die?
No. Mills Lane died, but Judge Mills Lane. But I don't think, she's
still here.
Yeah, I'm almost certain she's still taking. Yeah.
All right. So engagement ring under California Civil Code 1590, an engagement ring is classic example of conditional gift given in contemplation of marriage. The giver may recover the ring or its value if the marriage does not occur, regardless of who ended the engagement. Oh, wow. Wow.
All right.
So you can break it off with her and get your shit back. Damn. Talk about ruining a girl. You trying to break a girl?
Yeah.
You'd be like, here, I'm serving you papers and I also want to break up. And she opens a paper and says you're sued for the ring. Fuck. That's fucking crazy. Okay, engagement.
Hours to return the ring.
The statute of limitation to sue for the return of the engagement ring is generally 2 years from the date the engagement was broken. Yeah, dude, nothing about purses, nothing about watches.
I wonder what else goes under that, like lingerie. Does he like give her like, here you go? Yeah, I'm giving you this bra because we're gonna get married within the next year or so.
She probably, it's so stupid. That sounded very childish. That little thing that you read there about them, you know, he was like, no, I'm gonna get my gifts back. That sounded real childish, man.
Look, if you want your gifts back, fine for them. Be like, hey, give me back my fucking purse. No, hell no, don't get it right. But when you go to the point where you're taking them to court, you're serving them papers, you're really you're wasting these resources on trying to get this garbage ass shit. I mean, yes, granted they're expensive, but it's like, really, you're gonna be that petty about it that you're gonna spend hella money and all these resources and time and energy away from what you probably should be thinking about in Brian Norman Jr. to get your shit back or the gifts back. I mean, what are you gonna do with them? You're gonna sell them back? You're gonna flip them? What the fuck are you gonna do? What, anyway, you're gonna carry a purse, really, motherfucker? Is that what you're gonna do?
He's all, I just want to see her, even if that means I gotta take her to court. She's all, leave me the fuck alone. He's all, you're going to court. I'm gonna see you. Hey, I'll give it to her. She's a pretty girl, but Instagram or social media has really ruined it for girls and makeup, dude. Now girls that have too much makeup, Miguel, I look at them like, man, because have you ever seen those videos, bro?
Yes.
These chicks got like teeth, fucking. The eyeball is up here. All of a sudden, it's down here by some shading. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that happen? I think they're fake, dude. I don't know. I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. So now when I see the girls You don't know until the morning. Tell her to take a shower.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that is an indication. I've always thought that makeup was supposed to be like accentuating a woman's good looks. You know, you already find her physically good looking, and the makeup is just to up it up a notch. That's it. That's all it's supposed to be. Not take on a brand new fucking clown face on you, dude. It's like too much.
Fucking
So when you see that, yeah, when you see, and then I've seen these
layers.
tutorials, and then they start putting more and more, and I'm like, all right, that's it. And then they put more. Like, fuck, dude, this thing gets to like it's that is red flag. It's, you see that, that's like you don't even have to wait until the next morning. You see it like, no, fuck no. I already know you're trying a lot with that fucking makeup. That's all you have to do is look at them once, like, no, I'm done. Fuck no, we're not even gonna go that route. I ain't gonna wait till tomorrow because I know exactly where this is going.
No doubt.
Alrighty. Well, on to the last story of the card because we don't really have again too much going on this week. I found this very, very strange, and not as strange as Devin Haney going to court again, but Shakur Stevenson has quite a plan at 140 pounds. He's made it clear in recent interviews that he intends to go up to 140 pounds for one primary reason: to take the belts from Teofimo Lopez, only to turn around and hand them over to his buddy pal, Keyshawn Davis. I don't know how in the motherfuck he intends to do this. I mean, I know the first half, go up to 140, challenge Teofimo Lopez. It sounded as though we might get this fight in early 2026. There's still possibilities that will happen. So it still sounds very promising, and I got my fingers crossed. I'm lighting a candle. Hopefully we do get that fight. But it sounds as though he intends to go up there, get the belt from Teo, hand it over to Keyshawn, and then drop back down to 135 pounds, where he can continue his career as usual, business as usual. That's weird as hell. That's strange. He's literally is what he said. He's going to just basically gift the belts to them. I don't know if you can do this. I don't know how in the world he plans on doing this, but is this not weird? I have never ever heard a boxer ever say this. Like, not only am I going to whoop the ass, it's almost like he's whooping Teofimo's ass for Davis, saying, all right, I know you can't, little buddy, but I'm gonna go fucking plug this guy out, right? I'm gonna get the money back. I'll get your milk money back. I swear, I'll be right back. Whoop his ass, and then like, what the hell is that? I've never heard that before.
Yeah, no, that's weird. If I'm Keyshawn Davis, I'm probably a little bit offended, right? Like, bro, why'd you go out on that interview and say you're gonna gift me some titles? You ain't gifted me shit. You know, like, no one's ever been gifted anything and gotten clout over it. You know what I'm saying? So why would Keyshawn want to be the first guy that's gifted titles by a older friend? Don't like it. I don't even like if that's his plan. I don't even like the plan of going up and fighting one time and then dropping right back down. Why don't you just stay at 135? I can't believe that the Lopez fight is that much money that he's going to be making. Lopez doesn't sell tickets. Lopez doesn't even get big fights, right? Mm-hmm. Shakur is doing Lopez a favor, to be honest with you.
He really is, because he's kind of stuck right now, like doing well at 135. I know. I mean, I'm not saying he's not, but there aren't any, like, there are challenges there, but as far as names go, not the name of caliber of one Teofimo Lopez. It is Lopez basically like handing out the fucking favor. I read this here. I'm going to read it real quick. It says, Shakur 28 will be moving to 140 for the first time. He doesn't plan on staying in this weight class. Stevenson says after he beats Teofimo, he'll give the WBO title to his friend Keyshawn Davis.
That's stupid.
That's dumb as shit. It says, once business, this is a quote from him, once the business people are ready to seal the deal will be done regarding Teofimo Lopez. The fight is happening. We want to be king. We want to be the Bud Crawford. We want to be where Bud Crawford is at in early 2026. So I don't know. That just, when I read that, I was like, what the hell? That's I don't know. I'm not even sure what to think about that. I mean, I like, from Keyshawn Davis's perspective, like, he's no longer at 135. Davis, I'm talking about, after that most recent stunt that he did with getting in a fight back in the locker rooms and whatnot, when he didn't make weight, he's moving up to 140. He can do it himself. He can go ahead and fight Teofimo. I'm sure that'll be a great fight. I don't see I don't see Davis as the kind of fighter who wouldn't be able to pull that off. The dude's a talented guy. He's a strong kid. He's young. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to at least try it himself. I want to hear from Davis himself. Be like, hey, what do you think about this deal? Because this sounds it's kind of a bitch move. I don't know.
Yeah, they also could let Lopez clean up the 140 division, right? There's a few belt. Oh, we got Hitchinson though. He's there. That'd be a tough fight. But it's like all the belts are kind of scattered right now. Why not let him at least try to take two of the belts? Maybe you go up later on next year, whatever, after you clean up a little bit more of the lightweight division. Look, it matters really how much they're going to pay for the Lopez Shakur fight. But if Shakur's plan really is just to go there one time and then go right back down, you're kind of just throwing a wrench in there for nothing, you know? And then I don't even think he's going to make that much money. I really don't. Yes, Lopez has a resume, but bro, where are they generating the money from? Both guys don't sell tickets, you know? And I don't know if Stevenson's he fought Cepeda last. I don't know if that fight is going to make him a household name tomorrow, or if it did make him a household name. Lopez, we know, still not, because he can't land a big fight. He can't even land a contract, you know?
You don't think Turkey would pay decent money to try to get this fight? I mean, that's the only way this fight happens, really.
Decent money isn't the caliber of fighters that those two guys are. That fight should have been a mega fight. Right, those two guys should both be on the pound for pound ranking, facing off against each other. Probably both undisputed too. Lopez should go reclaim the junior welterweight division, and Shakur should clean up the lightweight division and then meet each other. But they're gonna meet it now, so now it's maybe a $5 million purse. Good money, but not if they would have went and probably put a few more straps or have the belts in their respective division right now, so Turkey would then give them more money for the fight. Belts matter. Belts absolutely matter. I think they are getting that with the Canelo Crawford response from the fans. The way people showed up, 47 million, 70,000 showed up in attendance. They're not even telling us that there was any closed circuit. Oh, you know what? The pool was fucking packed. They showed the fight at one of the pools. You seen that one?
Yeah, Circa has a killer ass swimming pool. I've never actually been there, but they have a big ass screen, a humongous screen, and that shit was packed.
Yeah. So it's things like that. You know, they might go, hey, there was 2,000, 3,000 people here. That goes into the closed circuit number, right? As people that generated that fight generated in Las Vegas. So hopefully that number, you have 70,000 at the fight. You got 3,000 at a pool. You got 3,000 over here at another ballroom or some kind of, maybe a sports book holds 1,500 people. That was packed. Vegas start putting all these numbers together and go, hey, man, we had 100,000 people here this weekend. You know, when's Canelo Crawford, 2 coming, or when they coming back, right? I really think Vegas misses boxing. Boxing just got too expensive for them. They let it cool down. Now, hopefully, they're going to start investing back into the boxing. The fans showed up. The fans definitely showed up.
I agree with you as far as like the decent money for these guys isn't what their talent really is worth, because we've talked about Teofimo Lopez turning down a fight with Devin Haney and I forget who the hell else for pretty good money, and then here in Vegas, pay-per-view, something like that, right? That was one of the most recent ones that I remember hearing. And if he turned that one down, I'm not sure what's sweetened the deal, or what deal like for this one specifically for Shakur Stevenson. So again, we already know. I mean, we've heard already early reports that Teofimo wasn't even fucking gonna take it anyway. So we don't even know that's even gonna happen to begin with. But don't know what the fuck's going on with Teofimo there. When I read this quote, I was like, man, what? Like what? Since when? Since when do we do that? Like, do we go up and fight someone else's fight and then just hand over the goods? Like, yeah, you're a champion. Get 140. Here you go. Like, how okay. I mean, I don't know if, again, this isn't probably not going to happen, but the fact that he even wanted this to happen, as far as going as far as to saying this, being quoted as to saying this, just seems fucking ridiculous. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I mean, hopefully maybe we do get Teofimo and Shakur, but not exactly the results that we're looking for here. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty much really all the stories that I had here. Was there anything else, Andrew, that you wanted to add on to the show before we call it a show? Because my camera has been working perfectly the whole fucking time, which is a goddamn miracle. So I want to make sure to keep the good vibes going. Anything else that popped up in your head that you wanted to throw out here before we call it a show?
Yeah, Adrian Broner showed up drunk to the Cameron Mace show podcast.
Geez, buddy.
Did not end well for him. Looked like a big child as he was kicked off of the show.
Yes, for making advances that one of the DJs or whoever the hell it
Yeah,
was.
some kind of it's a girl on the show.
Yeah. So if you guys remember hearing that, you can pull it up on Instagram or YouTube, anywhere, I'm sure. But apparently, our good buddy Adrian Broner got kicked off some sort of podcast or radio show for regularly hitting on one of the women working there, making some sort of advances, and he just kept going back to it. Like, you basically get shot down and keep going back to it, to the point where they're like, "Fool, you gonna get the fuck out of here already with this shit." And sure enough, off he goes. He's like, "I'm taking my ball and going home, guys." So he took off. Just that was stupid as fuck. I don't know, man. Sometimes, this is why when we hear Broner say these things about, "Oh, I'm gonna dedicate 2-3 years to boxing really good, I'm gonna come out of," this is why we don't believe that bullshit, because he still acts this way. It's like, you can't change your stripes at this point, homie. I get it, but yeah, this is why we don't believe a damn thing that comes out of that fool's mouth when he's talking about boxing and seriously putting an effort into boxing, is because of dumb bullshit like this.
Yeah. Yep. Adrian Broner got suspended. What was the other one I just found? Darn it. I just had one for you. Oh, Eddie Hearn, I thought had a real good take on his working with His Excellency.
By saying, like, it's up to you whether or not you want to do what he says or not. And
yeah. He basically doesn't listen to shit that you say. Does everything that he wants. So I don't know how that's going to go over for Eddie and Turkey in the future, but yeah, everyone check that out.
You know what? Side note, I watched. So we know who Turkey is because he's really into boxing, right? We now have heard of WWE, and WWE has been involved with Saudi Arabia for some time, so it isn't like they're foreign or anything like that. But there was some recent pictures of Turkey and Tom Brady, right? That, and then him and Triple H or something like that. So they're posting it, and I follow a lot of social media accounts that related to that to do with boxing, regarding boxing, wrestling, pro wrestling, WWE, and there are pictures of Turkey on there, and a lot of the comments are like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And they're like, "Oh, is this that Arab that they're talking about? This is the guy they're talking about." I'm like, how do you guys not know him? Like, I thought he's been involved with WWE or Saudi Arabia and WWE for a hot minute. It seems like maybe he doesn't show his face in WWE as much as he does in boxing or anywhere else. But it seemed a lot of comments. Like, I was answering people. I'm like, "Yo, that's Turkey Al-Sheikh, yo. He's putting a fuck ton of money. Google Riyadh season. I mean, he's putting a lot of money into boxing and Formula One and whatever the hell else." But anyway, it just seems kind of strange that the WWE fan base, or at least the wrestling fan base, aren't too familiar with him. I thought they would be.
Terrence Crawford has a staggering 18 world titles in his career.
Okay.
Yeah. I just seen Kings posted all of the titles he's won. That's pretty impressive.
Woo. And he may get some more. If this keeps going, he may get some more. Holy shit. Alrighty. Well, that does it for this wonderful Wednesday evening show. Oh shit, maybe not.
He's going to be on the boxing show, the boxing video game too. Did you hear about that? Some champion edition. Terrence Crawford's going to be the guy, the new guy hitting the game. I think they upload fighters or something like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You don't have the boxing game?
No, yo, dude, I got bootleg fucking Nintendo 64s over here, man. I don't
have a PS5 either.
No,
I have 3 kids. I should get one, but not yet because I know they'll break it. That's why I told you I wanted A's.
Yeah, the straight A's. That's right.
But they scare me still because these kids they're crazy, dude. But no, I want to get the boxing game. But yeah, for all of you guys that do have it, Terrence Crawford is coming out on the new upload. So look out for that.
All right.
Maybe he's coming out like in the Canelo fight, because I think they do that. They'll put the character from the fights in the video game. Oh, here's another one. We fucking dropped the ball last week, dude.
Oh, what's up?
Terrence Crawford's walkout was one of the greatest walkouts I'd ever seen.
Well, we've been. Have you heard that? I mean, like that is he's basically like copying a UFC dude. Like what?
Oh man, shut up with the UFC guy.
Everybody talking about because he's been doing it for a while. I didn't make the connection because I don't.
Does he bring out the guitar?
No, he doesn't.
And he
I don't think he comes out. No, he comes out to the theme song. He doesn't come out. Do you think the UFC is gonna let him come out with some fucking guitar? They're not gonna let him. Shit.
The guitar made it legendary, Miguel.
Yeah, and the attire.
I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna tell you where Terrence fucked up, man.
Oh,
he should have let Cheech Marin do his little take on Desperado. Remember when Cheech is like, yeah, he brings a guitar. He comes in. You should have, dude, bro. That was fucking classic when he brought that guitar out. I know all the Mexicans are like, the fuck is this shit? Hey, I was telling my family, I was like, they're not even feeling it. I go, they're not. This isn't a Mexican song. I go, why'd they play this one? I don't understand. Why is the DJ doing this? Then when I seen Terrence come out with the guitar, oh, bro, I was like, oh, he won the walkout and never looked back, dude. He never.
Oh, all right, my bad. Go ahead. He won the walkout. What was the next?
Yeah, that was it. Dude.
Oh, did you hear that they did the Mexican national anthem in the locker room?
Hey, bro, what was up with that?
Like they were running out of time or some shit, or they were somehow pressed for time or something, and they were just like, "Fuck it, let's go ahead and do it in the locker room." I don't even know if they did the U.S. one at all, but I did see a quick picture of like somebody, some woman or whatever, singing the Mexican national anthem in Canelo's locker room. I did see that, but I thought
Dana White cut out the national anthem. Now I want to know: does the UFC play national anthems?
No.
Then there it is. That's your answer. That was one of Dana
White. Do it's at the beginning, but if we're talking about like the main event is a Brazilian dude, they don't do that shit. No.
All right. Well, he needs to stop that. I heard it was him. I heard that was one of his improvements to try to get the time, I guess, better these fights, but it totally failed. Everything that Dana White supposedly brought to Turkey's event did not go as planned last week. And I guess the fight went hella long. I seen a bunch of writers. I had no problem with it. I don't know. Like once again, I might be a beat wife. I don't know, but I didn't. Did you think the telecast was long, or were you bored at any point or anything like that?
I don't want to say I was bored, but when the fight ended, I did notice like, oh shit, it's late. Like, damn, I didn't realize the fight ended late. But during it, I'm like, I'm into it, So I'm not really paying attention to the time. It wasn't until afterwards that I was like, oh shit, it's actually pretty late because there was a UFC card that night. So of course, before I go to bed, I try to watch those and stuff like that. But even then, I was like, fuck, it's late. Like I didn't realize it was this late, but I lost track of time because I was in the card, so it didn't seem long. It wasn't until afterwards that I realized how late it was.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem with it, but supposedly, everyone's bitching that the thing went on too long, and the national anthems was a part of, I guess, Dana White's new things. I don't like it though.
No, I don't like it either.
You need the national anthem. You need that vibe, that atmosphere. It just brings out the crowd. It gets so fucking intense when those things go off. So hopefully that changes.
Yeah. All right. Well, that will wrap it up for us today. Unfortunately, there's not really any boxing. Let me see. I have on my calendar here. Oh, there's some DAZN boxing this weekend on the 20th. I don't. What's his name? Oh yeah, Oscar Collazo, I think. It's going to be on DAZN. It's going to be Golden Boy boxing. And then I look forward to hearing Oscar De La Hoya's clapback Thursday on Thursday. So anyway, we'll talk about something next weekend because I'm sure some news will come up. But until then, for my co-host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapache, I am Miguel Antonio Barragan, a.k.a. Fight Fiend Miggs, and this has been the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your work week, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.